Welcome to the Virtual College Fair for all Virginia students, sponsored by the Virginia Association of Collegiate Registrars and Admission Counselors and StriveScan. Before we get started this evening, just a few quick housekeeping items. The first is that to ask questions of our panelists, please use the Q&A button. You can ask questions to a specific school by writing the name of that school before your question or abbreviation before that question, or you're welcome to ask a general question of all of our panelists, but please feel free to use that Q&A button throughout the entire presentations. Also, your camera and microphone are off, so our panelists will not be able to see or hear you. We also just remind you this is just one of many sessions being offered, so please feel free to sign up for additional sessions at that same registration website. And about 1 week from this evening, a recording of this session will also be available on that registration website. But without further ado, I'd like to introduce our first presenter for the evening, Randolph College.
Hey guys, my name is Kareem Frazier. I'm gonna talk a little bit about Randolph today. I hope you guys are having a good night. Hope school's going well for you guys. Share, there we go. Try to get this up. There we go. All right, cool. So like I said, my name's Kareem. I'm a recent grad from Randolph College as well. Graduated in 2019, so I definitely enjoyed my time there from the Virginia Beach area. But a little bit about Randolph. Small sense, we're a small school. In the sense of, we have the small class sizes, small teacher to student ratio. And with that, it comes with a lot of perks, in my opinion, just in the sense of, talking with your professor, being able to have that time after class with your professor, that kind of stuff, which falls a lot in there. So I was very grateful for that. But I know you as a student, be able to talk with your professor, have that research your freshman year, little things like that happens in a smaller school. And I think that's something that's really a high perk for that. But we have a lot of different majors and minors as well. As you see, 30 majors, 43 minors. And with that comes with a variety of different things that you can go. You can combine majors, you can combine minors, of course. You can create your own major, which is something really cool I got to do as well, too. I majored in biology, but I created my major under that as digital photography. So it's pretty cool doing that with journalism and things as well, too. But with that, we have a lot of other things, specifically like grad programs, pre-professional programs, which a lot of schools have as well too. But some of the programs I like about us is our Masters of Teaching program. It's a 99.9% job placement rate. The good thing about that is like I said, you're guaranteed a good job. You're guaranteed a hot job in the Lynchburg area because all our professors are well known. They stick to the area. They stick to, all the professors because they've taught in the area. They've been professors. They've been principals to all the younger kids in the area as well too. You're able to get a better connection with that as well. So it's a lot of good things that come with that. But something I find unique about Randolph and something I find that is intriguing this year that they're bringing about is the Take Two program. And with this program, it's basically you have your normal fall and spring semester, and it's about 14 weeks in each. Basically, they're splitting the 14 weeks into 2 7 weeks. And during each 7 week, you're only going to take 2 classes. What that's going to allow you to do is have more chances for internships, have more time for activities. If you want to do clubs, if you want to do you want to volunteer, you want to have a job, just give you more a little balance and a lot less frustration, a lot of stress. So I think that's going to be pretty cool. That's something that's coming along. It also gives you more chance to go out of the country for like kind of a semester where you can do 7 weeks instead of spending all that time for the 14 weeks, what can cost money and sometimes. So you still can do a whole semester, but having just that 7 weeks and not missing a lot of your classes and stuff, if you want to do half the semester, that's a big goal to that too as well that the school is working on. So that's something I'm excited about. It's going to give you a lot of chance for that time management, which is really important in college. But more importantly, it's not just about, your classwork all the time. It's about your experience as a college student. It's about kind of stuff that builds you through your life there. So some of the fun things we like to do, we have a lot of social events, of course, like bubble soccer. In the top left corner, there's a roller coaster. We have a super program to where our STEM students are able to go basically go to King's Dominion, do physics and velocity and all that type of stuff over at King's Dominion. But it's kind of like an honors program for the STEM students. It's a really good program. Some students get scholarships through that program as well. I was a super student myself, and I had a lot of fun. But the bigger point of the super program is to set you up with mentors that would be somewhere similar in the field you want to go in. So for me, I want to be a doctor. They had mentors for me. I'm still in connection with them. And like the coolest doctor I ever met in my life, I don't think I would have met him if I never did the super program. Besides that, though, there's a lot of other stuff as well, too, in a sense of like, doing the singing, different spirits on campus and all stuff like that as well, too. But going out of the country, like I said before, there's a lot of stuff with that as well, too, in the sense of our Ross grant. It's $2,000 of free educational money, money that you can use, money that is available to you. You don't have to pay back. You just have to find a reason to use it. For me, I used it to go out of the country to go to Scotland, Ireland, and England. Those are the three countries I went to. So I think that was something fun I got to do with the $2,000 and get a chance to just go do different science projects, get out of the country. And like, it was something I never thought I was able to do. And then we have other stuff as well. We've had trips to go to Spain, Italy, different things like that. But something I found really cool I got to do one summer is our 8-week-long internship research program in the summer. Basically, it's fully paid. You don't have to worrying about what equipment and stuff as well. You do research with another student, another staff, and then you get paid $3,300 through the program as well too. And it's really fun. That one, and then the American Culture Program is also another one where in the whole semester you look at something significant, whether it's Wild Wild West or the legalization of marijuana, and then you take a fully paid trip over to another state where it's a difference than this side of the country. So I thought that was pretty cool. I did the marijuana one, and we went to Colorado, and it was really cool seeing the difference of how it's legal over there, legal over here, and different things like that as well too. So that's a lot of fun. But into the nitty gritty stuff, I like to say stuff, that is really important in a sense, but more so the financial aid. That's important stuff. 100% of our full-time undergrad students receive financial aid. We have different scholarships as well, too. One of my favorites is the Let Wisdom Rise, because it's a chance where you get to sit down with the faculty in whatever major you want to do and get a chance to talk with them and speak with them and get to know them. But then at the end of it, you get a chance to win up to a certain amount of scholarship money. And then on the opposite side, fine arts. So if you're interested in arts, the music and stuff, you get a chance to do that. But that's a lot of cool stuff with that. Randolph was a great experience, and I really enjoyed it. A lot of students have, and I hope that, Randolph is on your radar as well.
Great, thank you very much, Randolph. Our next presenter this evening will be Salem College.
Hi, everyone. My name is Ray Celeste Tanner, and I am an admissions counselor here at Salem College. So we are an all-women's college located in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, which is not too far away from Virginia. I'm a native of Virginia myself, and it's about a 5-hour trip to King George, which is east of Fredericksburg, if you're curious. So I'd like to first start off by talking a little bit about what a liberal arts college is. So first of all, it's typically focused on undergraduate education, which is really great because it means you won't be fighting for research opportunities with PhD students or master's students, but you'll also receive a cross-disciplinary education. This means that you will look at the world and look at your areas of study with several different lenses and perspectives. So if you want to do something like study education, you will study the historical perspective, you'll study the communication around education, as well as education. So that's an awesome aspect of a liberal arts education. You also don't have to decide on a major right away, which I personally really liked when I was an incoming college student. But it also just leads to good critical thinking skills, and it produces well-rounded scholars that employers really value. You might also be asking yourself, why a women's college? Well, first of all, graduates of women's colleges earn on average $8,000 more per year than graduates of co-ed colleges. So that's one reason I would choose to attend a women's college. Graduates of women's colleges are also more likely to enter male-dominated fields and are more likely to major in math, science, or pre-med than women in co-ed colleges. So if you think you might want to do something like pre-med or something in the math or sciences, a women's college might be best for you. Some quick facts about Salem. We are ranked the #3 liberal arts college in North Carolina and 24th in the country. We're ranked 10th for social mobility in the United States, which we're really, really proud of. We have a student body of under 1,000 students with an 11-to-1 student to faculty ratio. We have really small class sizes, as you can tell, which will likely be a lot smaller than your classes in high school. 42% of our students identify as people of color. And as far as some success stories go, we have 100% acceptance rate in the law school, as well as a 90% acceptance rate in the medical school and health-related graduate programs. So really, really great learning outcomes, regardless of if you want to go out into the world for jobs afterwards or to law school, medical school, grad school, anything like that. So like I said, we are a liberal arts college, which means you'll take a bunch of different classes in a variety of different subject areas, but you can choose a specific major. All of our students have at least one major, but a lot of them double major. So if one of these majors seem interesting to you, that's awesome. We also have learning outside of the classroom. That's really, really important to us here at Salem. So 100% of our students actually complete internships, which is helpful for when they're applying to jobs after college, not only because it gives them job experience, but it also kind of helps them choose what career path they'd like to go down. I know an internship helped me discover a career field that I didn't want to go into, and I think it really helps a lot of our students. We also have service learning courses, and students are able to cross-register at Wake Forest University for no extra tuition. So you don't have to compromise the small school for not having as many opportunities for courses. We participate in Division III athletics. So if you are interested in one of these sports, we'd love for you to play for the Salem Spirits, but all of our students cheer on our sports teams. We have 31 active clubs and student organizations, from identity-based to leadership, spiritual, arts, academic, you name it. So about our application requirements. All you have to do is submit an application with a high school transcript, a teacher recommendation, and a writing sample. This writing sample can be an about me type thing. It can be why you want to go to Salem, or it can honestly just be a writing sample that you're particularly proud of. So if you wrote a paper for your history class, your English class, you can show us that. We are test optional, and we have been for a few years now, so you don't have to worry about that. And we're free using the Common App. As far as scholarships and financial aid go, we have a merit-based scholarship. So we have a half tuition scholarship for students with a GPA of 3.25 or higher, as well as an art scholarship and music scholarship. We also have need-based aid. All you need to do is fill out your FAFSA and add Salem. We have lots of opportunities. Although we are a private school, we have lots and lots of funding opportunities. And then we'd love for you to connect with us. So we have a virtual tour that we're doing right now. It's actually really great. Our tour guides do an individual tour for you through Zoom. And so you'll still get to talk with a student and hear from a student perspective, or you can email us or call us. But definitely, if you'd like to scan the QR code, you can do that to go on a virtual tour. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Salem College. Our next school this evening will be University of Oregon.
Perfect. Thank you so much. All right. Welcome, everyone. My name is Vicki. I am the admissions counselor from the University of Oregon for your area. Really excited to meet with you all today. To give you an overview of the University of Oregon, we have around 23,000 students on our campus, so we're a middle-sized institution. And with that, just under 19,000 of our students are undergraduate students on our campus. So we have students coming from all 50 states and over 100 different countries. You can see on this map here, the more students that are coming from the area, the greener the state. And so there's quite a few coming out from your area. We are located across 295 acres, so our campus has a lot of ways that you can get around. You can walk, bike, longboard. We have a kind of a nice compact campus where you can walk from one end of campus to the other in about 15-20 minutes. So again, you're going to have all of these opportunities of a large university, but kind of on that middle-sized scale. In relation to where we're located in the state of Oregon, we are located in Eugene, which is the second largest city in Oregon, just about 2 hours south of Portland, about an hour from the Cascade Mountains, an hour from the Pacific Ocean, and about 3.5 hours from the California border. So lots of outdoor recreation. We're located in the Willamette Valley, so we don't get much snow here. So there's pretty mild weather, and contrary to what people believe, it doesn't rain all of the time here. So our city has around 250,000 in the Eugene-Springfield metro area, so a medium-sized city as well. When we're thinking about why for the University of Oregon, we are a Tier 1 National Public Research University, one of only 36 universities to have this distinction in North America. And that means that about 75% of our students are engaged in research at some point in time while they're on campus. And oftentimes we think of research happening in the STEM field and with the sciences, but it's happening across all areas. We have folks who are helping to document native languages where there might still be only a few people speaking that language on the entire planet. There's folks who are doing internships at places like Marvel. We have folks who are working with Beats by Dr. Dre commercials for the Super Bowl. So again, students are involved in all types of research and experiential learning opportunities while they're on our campus. We have about 240 different majors, minors, and concentrations that you can study while you're on our campus, and you don't have to know right away. When you're thinking about applying, you can apply as exploring, which is our undecided major, and we have a lot of support services here to help you narrow down that major. But some of our more popular areas or places are majors like business, human physiology is really popular, journalism and communication, political science. So those are just some of our really popular ones, but we have a wide variety. We also have over 300 different clubs and organizations that students can be a part of during their time on campus. And so that's everything from fraternity and sorority life, intramural sports if you want to play for fun with other students on campus. I think they have a water polo team where they actually wear floaties in the pool and they play against each other, which is really fun. Chess club, interest-based organizations. There's some that will match up with your major. So just know you'll have a variety of different opportunities across campus. We also have Division I athletics, so our students love going to the different duck games, cheering them on, wearing green and yellow. We have a lot of fun traditions. Our students will do the walk to Autzen, which is a footbridge that goes over the river to our stadium, and so they'll say over the river and through the woods to Autzen we go. So again, you'll find a lot of school spirit. Our students are really excited, and our community as well. Some of the top employers of students that graduate from the University of Oregon are going to be places like Adidas, Amazon, Apple, Facebook, Google, Nike, all of those places. But again, like I said, we have folks who are working with companies. They're going out to do internships at the Library of Congress in DC. They're all over the place. And so just know that you have a wide network of ducks across the country and the world where you can make these connections and get possible jobs, internships, and opportunities before and after graduation. When we're thinking about applying to the University of Oregon, we do a holistic review process. And so what that means is we're looking at all this criteria here on the screen when we're evaluating your application. So we're looking at grade point average, your trend, the types of courses that you took in school, maybe what you took your senior year, activities, work, and volunteering. So anything you're doing outside the classroom, we'd love to know about. We are test optional, so you can submit scores if you'd like, but it's not required. Students who submit without test scores are not at a disadvantage for admission over students who apply with test scores. And then my favorite part about being an admissions counselor is your personal statement. So hearing what you're excited about, what you're passionate about, maybe what you really want to do in college or a project that you've already done now. So definitely use that area to showcase things that we can't see on your application. We have some deadlines to keep in mind for your senior year. So November 1 is our early action deadline. This is non-binding. And students will have a response from us by December 15. So the only advantage to that is that if you apply by November 1, you have a decision from us by December 15. January 15 is our regular decision deadline, and students will have a response by April 1st. Then you have until February 15 to have any supporting documents in for any maybe scholarship consideration, anything of that nature. And May 1st is that really exciting day, National Decision Day, where you get to tell schools and colleges if you're planning to attend or not. We have a variety of different ways that you can explore the University of Oregon, especially from your home. And so right now we have quite a few different virtual events. Our Duck Preview event was just released, so you can go ahead and you can register for that on our virtual.uoregon.edu website. There's a YouTube campus tour video that one of our students worked with our kind of video production folks on, which is really fun. There's a 360 experience. You can also schedule a time to meet with a current student or your admissions counselor. And so we really encourage you to take advantage of these virtual opportunities to learn the most about the UO that you can. And if you have any questions at all, please don't hesitate to reach out. Again, my name is Vicki. I'm the counselor for your region. We can all help you, but if you'd like to connect with me specifically, this is my email address. Again, we can schedule Zoom, phone calls, all types of things if you have questions or need help with the application process. So please don't be shy to reach out. Thank you so much.
Great, thank you very much, University of Oregon. As we move to the second half of our presentations this evening, just a reminder that you are welcome to send questions to any of the panelists via the Q&A button. Up next this evening will be Rider University.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Faye Rappaport, and I'm the regional representative for Rider in Virginia. So I would be the person that you would be in contact with, as well as the one that would be reading your applications. Rider University is located in Lawrenceville, New Jersey. It's a suburban community, but we are 45 minutes from Philadelphia and an hour from New York, which gives us access to 2 large cities. We're about 10 miles south of Princeton, so we have a college town that our kids love to hang out in, as well as about 10 minutes from Route 1, which is the big corridor with all the businesses, as well as shopping centers and places to eat. So it gives everybody the best of whatever world they may want to be involved with. Rider University is a liberal arts university. We have over 70 majors. We're known for business since we started as a business school, but as we grew, the sciences as well as the arts grew on our campus. Musical theater, and performing arts and musical performance are really strong on Rider's campus. Westminster Choir College became part of Rider University 18 years ago, and they have now relocated to the Rider campus, which has brought even more music onto our campus. The other majors that are really appealing to most of our kids have to do with the health sciences, health administration, with the 2 big medical facilities that are located right near us, as well as 3 pharmaceutical companies in our area. So the area itself is pretty ripe for our students to have internships and co-ops, which almost all of them do before they graduate. We are a rolling admissions school. Therefore, once you apply to us, within 6 to 8 weeks, you will have a decision, but you don't have to let us know whether you're coming or not until May 1st. We do have early action, which is November 15th deadline. If you apply then, you would have an answer from us before Christmas. The only other real deadline we talk about is January 15th. Anyone that applies before January 15th, we can guarantee scholarship money. After that, you could be accepted, but it'll be a question of what money may be left. When we talk about the application process, we're part of the Common App, and Rider has its own app. So either one is perfectly fine with us. We've been test optional for the past 4 years, so there's no need to worry about that. We take a holistic approach. I'll be looking at your GPA, your transcripts, the courses you took and when you took them, as well as your essay and any letters of recommendation that you send to us. Scholarships, which are renewable every year, provided you keep a 3.25 average, range from $11,000 all the way up to $20,000, and that's based strictly upon your academics. Starting next year, tuition has been reduced by 22%, and our tuition next year will be $35,000. Financial aid is through the FAFSA, so you only need to worry about submitting that one form to us. Financial aid department then would send you a package for you to review. We're a Division I school, but I tell everybody we don't have football. Basketball is our really big sport. We've been known to have some of the guys that have gone pro and gone to the NBA, as well as last year, for the first time, we had a woman basketball player who was drafted by the WNBA. So we're pretty proud about that. The fall is soccer, women's field hockey. In the winter, as I said, it was basketball, swimming, wrestling, and in the spring you have baseball and softball are among our big sports. But if you don't want to play Division I sports, we have club and intramurals that you can participate in, as well as over 150 clubs on campus. There's always something going on because of the performances that our students put on, as well as the activities that are put on through student life. We have 3,500 students that go to our school, and about 2,800 of them live on campus. So it's a pretty vibrant campus when everybody is there. With things that are going on right now, you can sign up online at rider.edu and take a virtual tour. Our tour guides are doing them. And starting last week, we started giving tours that you can register for on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and on the weekend. Those numbers are small because we're trying to make sure that we keep everybody safe along the way. The last thing is we've developed 2 new offices and helpful things for our freshmen. This year, for the first time, we have the Student Navigation Office, where every student would be assigned to a person that they could rely upon if they had any questions, problems, or concerns, sort of like an extension of your counselor that you've had through high school. You don't know where the bursar's office is and you have to pay a bill. Someone in the Student Navigation Office will help you. You're not sure how to connect with the Learning Center to get a tutor. Somebody will walk you through the process. Whatever it may be, their job is to help you in any way possible to adjust to freshman life. The other thing is we have expanded our Career Center this year and made it a Career Development Center. And the whole idea is to start with our freshmen and work our way through the 4 years, helping you build your resume, getting those internships and co-op opportunities, as well as having a job once you graduate. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Rider University. Our next presenter this evening will be University of South Carolina.
All right, hello everybody. Thanks so much for coming. My name is Casey Padgett and I'm the rep for USC for Virginia. And I will go ahead and start my presentation. So we're in Columbia, South Carolina. It's actually the capital of the state. And a lot of our students are from the Virginia region. So we do have students from the Richmond area. We have students from Northern Virginia. We also have students who come from the Virginia Beach area as well. We are about 5.5 hours from Richmond, about 5 to 6 hours from Virginia Beach, and 7 to 8 hours from Northern Virginia. And we have students from all over the country. 58% of our students are in-state, and about 42% are out-of-state out of the 27,000 undergraduate students. We also have students from 100 plus countries in all 50 states, and we also received the Higher Education Excellence and Diversity Award. That right there is a picture of our McKissick Museum Visitor Center. So if you come to visit campus, you'll start your tour off at this building, and then from there you'll walk around campus. We do actually have tours that are compliant with COVID-19 precautions, and so I do suggest that you all sign up way ahead of time because it is about 10 to 15 people per tour, so it's going to definitely fill up pretty quickly. And here's Cocky making his way on down to South Carolina. So Columbia is right in the middle of the state. Charleston, Myrtle Beach, Hilton Head, those beautiful beaches on the East Coast are about 2 hours to 2.5 hours. And then Charlotte, it's about 1.5 hours north of us. We have an airport in Columbia, and we also have the airport in Charlotte. A lot of students will decide to either jump on a plane to come see us from Virginia, or they can carpool with each other. And you also are allowed to bring a car your freshman year. So a little bit about Columbia. So we are the capital of the state. We are the largest city in the state of South Carolina. So for somebody who really loves state government, political science, then you definitely will enjoy the perks of going to a school in a city like Columbia. It's very rich in history and arts and culture as well. And we have 3 different rivers that run throughout the entire city of Columbia. So if you're somebody who loves to be outdoors, you can never not see a student who is on hammocks, doing yoga, going on walks and runs around the Riverwalk, which is right near campus. And then we also have 2 separate downtown areas. We have one called the Vista, which is where a lot of your parents will take you when they come to visit, or if you definitely love the finer things in life, a lot of the nicer restaurants are towards that way. And then 5 Points is the other downtown area. So it's more budget friendly for college students. And they have a lot of fun boutiques and restaurants as well. A little bit about our academics. So we are a Carnegie Tier 1 research university. We have 56 nationally ranked programs, and our student faculty ratio is about 17:1. So this means is about 85% of our student body, our courses will be about 50 people or less. So really, you know, when you get into your major classes, your classes will be a lot smaller. And then for your introduction classes and gen ed, like biology 101, English 101, classes like that, it'll be a lecture style, which is about 50 to 100 people. And we have 300 different unique degree options. Here's a list of all of our academic colleges and schools on our campus. We are most known for business, engineering, arts and sciences, and nursing. And we also have our own law school, as well as our own medical school. We are #1 in the US for international business for the past 22 years. And so what this means is that you'll major in business and then you also will minor in a language, you know, go to that country and really be immersed in that culture and speak that language and before you graduate. And we also are top ranked for our South Carolina Honors College as well for public schools. A little bit about our Honors College. It's a part of a program called Carolina Elite, and it's all 4 years at USC. You have to be invited to apply to be a part of it, and your classes will be a lot smaller, typically about 12 to 15 people. The entire school is about 2,000 students in the Honors College, so you do have access to the general university, you know, such as research and study abroad opportunities, but you do have that liberal arts institution type education within the Honors College. And on the bottom right-hand corner, that is at Honors College Residence Hall. And then we also have a program called the Capstone Scholars Program, where it's a leadership program for students who are at the first 2 years at USC. And you are going to be required to have competitive grades every semester, as well as set a personal goal for yourself and do community service. Now I want to discuss a little bit about beyond the classroom experiences that we have around the Columbia area. So we do have a lot of students who decide to have internships in Columbia. We have about 30 different Fortune 500 companies in Columbia alone. So that means that you can have a paid part-time internship while also becoming a student at USC full-time. It definitely is a bucket list thing to do before you graduate to study abroad. We have over 100 different countries that we partner with around the world. And then we also have plenty of undergraduate research opportunities for you if you're looking to have that added to your resume before you're applying to graduate school or full-time jobs. We have about 500 plus student organizations on our campus. About 25% of our student body decides to do Greek life. Students will also become involved in club sports, intramural sports, dance marathon, student government, and that's a picture of our pool on our campus. So it is very warm at USC, average temps of about 65 degrees all year round. There's palm trees everywhere. We have a rock climbing wall indoors and then also fitness classes as well. We are garnet and black, and our mascot are the Gamecocks. And here's a picture of our students who won the national championship a couple years ago for men's basketball. All right, and here are requirements. We're on all 3 applications, and we require a $65 application fee as well as your unofficial transcript. So let me know if you have any other questions.
Thank you, University of South Carolina. Moving on to our final presenter for the evening, we have West Virginia University Institute of Technology.
Okay, hi everyone. My name is Ashley Montgomery and I am an admissions rep here at WVU Tech. We're part of the WVU system, so basically this is what our campus looks like. You can see it's all kind of condensed in a little 29-acre area. And then at a glance, we were founded in 1895. We've actually moved to a different city. We were in Montgomery originally, and now we are in Beckley, West Virginia. We have 1,700 students, and we have 2 academic colleges. We have the College of Business, Humanities, and Social Sciences, and then the Leonard C. Nelson College of Engineering. We have over 35 academic programs and very small class sizes. Our student to faculty ratio is 12:1, and we also have 18 NAIA athletic teams. And these are just a few of our achievements here at campus. Our annual enrollment has increased since 2012. We have 9 ABET accredited engineering programs, which just means that they have the gold seal for engineering programs. And we are also the #1 in West Virginia for the return on investment for students, which just means that our students go out and they get great jobs once they graduate, and we've given them all the tools to do that. Right here, we have a list of all of our programs of study. We have everything from accounting, biology, criminal justice, all of the engineerings, health sciences, administration, and we also have a new program on campus, which is hospitality and our culinary program. It's the only 2-year program on our campus. It's actually part of our WVU Kaiser campus, but you take the classes on the Beckley campus. And then we also offer pre-professional tracks. So we have pre-med, pre-pharmacy, pre-veterinary, and pre-dental, which tend to be biology and chemistry. And then our pre-law is anything from accounting to engineering classes, or you could just do history and government. And then being in the southern part of West Virginia, we are very close to all of the outdoor recreation that goes on in the state. So you can do skiing, hiking, you can go rafting, and it's basically all within the campus's back door. Here we have a list of all of our athletic programs. The newest program we have on our campus is esports. Our homecoming this year is actually going to be following them, and we're going to get to see a few of their games that they're going to play. And then for the spring and the fall of 2021, we are going to do the test optional process, which just means you don't have to turn in your ACT or SAT scores when you apply, and you can mark that on the application that you're not submitting them. However, if you're applying for an engineering or a health or a science program, you will need those scores in order to be admitted to those programs. And here is just some contact information for our admissions office. We have the UChat platform, which basically gives you a chance to kind of instant message with any of the counselors. And then we also schedule one-on-one phone calls with the counselors. And we are doing virtual tours as well as virtual open houses this year. And you can always stay connected with us at all of our social media platforms. And basically we post anything that's going on campus on all of these. And if you have any questions, you can always reach me at this email address or this phone number. Thank you, guys.
Hey, thank you very much, West Virginia University Institute of Technology. We do have a few minutes remaining, and so while we wait to see if our attendees have any questions for any of the panelists, I might pose a question to you all to answer. We'll go around and answer briefly. Either what is your favorite event or tradition on your campus or in your town, or what is one thing that you did not put in your presentation this evening that you'd like to share now? And why don't we go in the same order? So Randolph College, do you want to lead off?
Yes, I can. And you asked about traditions, correct?
Yes.
Okay. One thing we like on campus, we have this tradition of button collecting. But basically you collect buttons over your 4 years, whether you make them or it's given down from, a lot of people get their buttons from their alums. Alums come back on campus and you're able to get a button from them. You basically put it on the stole that you wear for graduation. It's something really cool. I wish I had mine up. I put it in my closet actually to show, but it gets really, really, really heavy. And it's something really cool that I didn't think would be interesting until I actually done it. And then it was like looking back on it, all the people you meet, all the buttons you've gotten and how it's associated with each person is really cool.
Great, thank you, Randolph. Salem College.
Yeah, so my favorite event at Salem College is Fall Fest. We are actually pushing Fall Fest to the spring this year because of coronavirus, but it's a competition between each of the class years. So it's freshmen against sophomores, juniors, and seniors, and all of campus is shut down for the day. So there are no classes, no activities other than Fall Fest. And it starts out with the marching band at Winston-Salem State University, waking up everyone at sunrise. and they do sketches throughout the day, and there's artwork and t-shirts, and it's this just really big fun competition that goes all day, and all the participants are really exhausted by the end, but it's really fun.
Great, thank you. There's one thing we've all learned is that fall and spring, whatever we used to do in those semesters, doesn't matter anymore. We can change everything.
Exactly, yes.
University of Oregon.
Hi, so my favorite event on our campus is the street fair. It happens twice a year, and we have tons of local food vendors with food trucks and things that will come, and they'll park along 13th Street, which is the main street that runs through our campus. You could walk around and you could eat German food, Japanese food, you could grab a Philly cheesesteak, anything you want. It's a lot of fun, and it's there throughout the week, and so you can try all the different ones each day. So it's a really fun time. It happens in those two different kind of fall and spring. So you'll see students out and about, they're walking around, having a lot of fun, and just really checking out the different options. So I think there's a lot of life and energy to that I love on our campus.
Okay, thank you. Ryder.
My favorite activity is also in the fall, like many of the others, and ours is called Cranberry Fest. Rider University was founded and is named for Andrew J. Rider, who owned cranberry bogs in the area of Lawrenceville. So obviously that's where Cranberry Fest comes from. There are a whole lot of different activities that everybody does, tons and tons of food along the outskirts of campus. And the big thing everybody looks forward to is the ice cream that's made specifically for Rider, which has chocolate chips and craisins in it.
Great, thank you. University of South Carolina.
Yeah, so one of my favorite traditions actually happens weekly. Every Wednesday, we have a tradition called Chicken Finger Wednesdays, where every dining hall will serve chicken fingers and curly fries. It's like the best home meal you could ever want. And if you think that that's unhealthy, don't worry. On the flip side, we do have a weekly farmers market that actually comes to campus, and it's all locally grown organic food around the Columbia area. So while you can enjoy your chicken fingers and curly fries, on the flip side, you also have your healthy food from the farmers market.
Thank you. And West Virginia University Institute of Technology.
My favorite tradition on our campus is actually something that I did when I was a student there, as well as now that I work there. We have an event called Light Up Tech, which is basically when the whole campus gets together and we light up our buildings around the holidays. And then you can go in, they have ugly sweater contest, and they, decorate cookies and all of that. So it's a great time for everybody on campus to get together.
Okay, thank you. And thank you to all of our panelists for sharing a little bit extra about your schools. Looks like we are not having any more Q&A questions come in at the minute, and we're only a couple minutes away from our end. So I'm going to go ahead and quickly wrap up our evening session. We want to thank all of our panelists for joining us this evening, and also, of course, thank all of our attendees. As you close your window this evening, you will receive a very quick 4-question survey that we ask that you take a minute and complete. We also, again, want to remind you to go ahead and sign up for more sessions at the same website where you signed up for this evening session. And then again, about 1 week from tonight, a recording of this session will be available on that same registration website. So thank you to everybody. Have a great evening and good luck in your college search.